If I asked 100 hunters what's the perfect weather for deer hunting, I reckon most of them would say a cold, clear morning. A light frost, gentle breeze, blue skies. But if you ask me, I would say rain. Not because I enjoy getting soaked, and not because I believe that rain performs miracles, but over the years I've noticed something that I can't ignore. Animals seem easier to hunt, sometimes during the rain, almost always after the rain stopped. Now, I'm not about to tell you that I've figured out exactly why. I'm not a wildlife biologist, and this isn't scientific research. This is simply what I've observed over years of chasing red deer, fallow deer, goats, pigs, and feral sheep through all sorts of weather conditions. And once I started paying attention to it, I stopped treating it as rain weather and hunting weather. In fact, it's usually the forecast that convinces me to go hunting. It's funny how many hunting trips never happen because of rain. We've all done it. We check the forecast, heavy rain, strong winds, maybe even thunderstorms, and we think, maybe I'll go next weekend. The funny thing is, the animals don't get that forecast. They're still out there living their lives. And with every hunter that cancels their plans because of the rain, the bush gets a little bit quieter. I've found myself looking at weather completely different these days. Instead of asking if this weather is good enough to go hunting, I ask what opportunities will this weather create. If there's one species that really shaped how I think about rain hunting, it's fallow deer. Time after time, I've noticed them out grazing in open areas while it's raining. One theory I hear most often is that heavy rain on the canopy means that the fallow can't hear danger approaching, so they prefer to be out in the open where they can rely on their eyesight. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. But I do know this: I've had enough success hunting fallow in those conditions that I now expect it. And expectation changes the way you hunt. Instead of wandering through the bush hoping to bump into one, I'll spend a lot more time glassing open faces, slips, and clearings. Rain doesn't guarantee success, it just changes where I expect to find it. The other thing that rain changes is us. Every hunter knows what dry leaves sound like. In the rain, that sound almost disappears. You can move more naturally. You don't feel as though every footstep echoes through the valley. I don't know how much of a difference that makes to the deer, but I do know it makes a difference to me. And if I can move better, I'm creating more opportunities. But as much as I enjoy hunting in the rain, it's actually what happens next that keeps bringing me back. I've lost count of how many mornings have looked completely dead. Nothing feeding, nothing moving, just rain. Then the showers ease. The clouds start to lift, and you catch that first patch of blue sky. And suddenly, there's a goat. A few minutes later, a pig. Then a deer feeding its way out of the scrub, and feral sheep up on the skyline. It's honestly one of my favourite times to be in the hills, because it can feel like somebody just flicked a switch. I couldn't tell you why, but I do have my own theories. Maybe they've spent the rain tucked up in shelter. Maybe they're making up for lost feeding time. Maybe the cooler conditions encourage movement. Maybe they just need to dry out in the better weather. Whatever the reason, I've seen it often enough that now I trust it. If I know where the rain is due to clear around daylight, that's exactly where I want to be. Not driving home, not sitting in a cafe waiting for the weather to clear. I want to be on the hill. Because sometimes the best hour of the hunt starts when everybody else thinks the hunt is already over. And that's probably the biggest lesson that hunting in the rain has ever taught me. Looking back, I don't think this video is actually about rain. I think the rain just happened to teach me about something bigger. Animals react to change. Hunters should too. The wind changes, thermals change, light changes, pressure changes, rain stops, rain starts. Every one of those moments creates opportunity. I've realized over the years that I don't hunt places anymore. I hunt moments. The right place still matters, but being where the conditions change, that's where some of my most memorable hunts have happened. So, why do deer seem easier to hunt in the rain? I don't think there's a single answer. Some of it might be behavior. Some of it might be how we're able to move. Some of it might be that we're willing to hunt while others aren't. Whatever the reason, I've stopped seeing rain as something to avoid. Now, whenever I hear rain on the roof the night before a hunt, I start wondering what opportunities it might create. Because some of my favourite hunting memories didn't happen in spite of the rain, they happened because of it. If you've noticed similar patterns with animals that you hunt, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Every species and every part of the world is different, but it's those shared observations that is the best way to keep us all learning. Thanks a lot for watching.